We're getting ready.
What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Dale Man. I'm unboxing some toys today.
You just giving up on Dale, man.
What'd you say?
You're some what?
Do you ever watch toy unboxings on YouTube?
Oh yeah, I'm unboxing some toys today.
Oh,
No,
man.
I don't.
Hey, I got the new video game. I'm gonna unbox it right now.
I'll tell you what I can't
yeah.
get is YouTube, like fandom.
Even I am like almost too old to understand where that's coming from. It's
Nah.
all people younger than me.
Man,
But Luke knows.
you just gotta understand the algorithm.
Yeah, Luke knows. All right, here we go.
I'm Stephen Adams. This is Down to Doug. I'm miffed and peeved. That's not the words. What do I say?
Hello, I'm Alex Sabrinis. I'm not miffed and piffed. I'm about to dunk. I'm not miffed and piffed. Hello, I'm Alex Sabrinis. I'm not miffed and piffed. I'm down to dunk.
I'm Stephen Adams. I'm not miffed and peeved. I am down to dunk.
Yo, this PG and I'm down to dunk.
Bang, bang.
Jared Money don't make none.
Good morning and welcome to episode 6. 3, 6 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on CLNS Media, DataHunter.com, -radio, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or of course, anywhere you subscribe to your podcast. I am Luke. Joined this morning by Andrew.
Slam Blue.
Taylor.
She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. Talking about a little lady. And Slam Blue.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
Algorithm. Algorithm.
Yeah, I'm going to find an Al Gore dance gif. Make a post about this.
Oh man. So the Thunder won a game they should win
Yes.
last night, which is very encouraging because it's funny. I retweeted Steve McGee tweeted out like Pelicans PR, like the press release on who's going to be out. It's like Etuan Moore, Anthony Davis, Nikola Mirotic, like everybody's out, and then everybody's like, "Yeah, we're losing by 100 tonight."
For real. Yeah, and then you started.
That's how it felt.
You
It's
watch the way they started, and you're like, "Oh, this is
Oh,
going to be another one of those."
And then they started playing defense. They played defense for like a quarter and a half, and then they stopped playing defense again, and then just happened to hit enough shots for.
Yeah, and then Drew Holiday went.
Man, Drew's good. He's
I mean,
super good. I
yeah.
feel so bad for him when Anthony Davis is gone and he's just in New Orleans by himself.
Really, so by himself.
Yeah, that's going to be. They're. I mean, the Pelicans are at the center of the next year.
In the saddest way possible.
Right, in all of the ways you don't want to be.
It's like watching a physical pelican sitting in a road and a bus just coming toward it.
That is perfectly describes. I'll tell you though, man, if they want to move Drew Holiday, I mean, what's his? I'm trying to find his. Oh gosh, he makes $26 million.
That's fine for him though.
For the next 3 years of the player option.
Yeah.
For 4 years. No, it's not bad, but it makes it harder to move.
Yeah.
But there'd be somebody, the Orlando Magic would probably. Would you? So here,
Yeah.
I guess I don't know why we're starting the podcast ties. This is my fault, but
Orlando Magic trade.
I
Let's
did
do it.
would you rather have Drew Holiday or Mike Conley?
Drew Holiday.
Right, and for less money.
Less money.
Now, maybe I think it's one more year, but so if you're one of these teams that's looking for a point guard like Phoenix,
I guess the problem is that Drew Holiday is really not a point guard.
yeah, he definitely plays better alongside of not Elfrid Payton.
Right.
But he's also
He's short, and he just feels small on the court. But
is he not
Yeah.
like I'd rather him have the ball in his hands though. That's the thing is like he's a 2 that needs to play like a point guard. So then he's
like-
a point guard.
kind of a way better Tyreek Evans.
Ooh, I don't know. Leave him in New Orleans. Let him get hit by the bus too. The Thunder beat the Pelicans. last
They did.
last night.
They did 122 to 116. They're actually in the middle of a 4-game winning streak after they lost those 2 horrific games. They lost to Atlanta, lost to the Lakers. Everybody thought that the world was collapsing. Then they had that incredible win, which I'd put it up there up there with that Portland on the road win as one of the better wins of the season against Philadelphia, and it shouldn't have happened. Like it was like if it wasn't a train wreck to the end of it, I think people would have really, because they controlled a majority of that game.
They were really good until they weren't.
But then Paul George saved their life and saved our lives.
He was awesome.
And so they won that one 117-115 and just slaughtered the Knicks on Martin Luther King Day. And that was like another one of those games where you kind of just saw that this team is different than the way they were last year, where they lose to teams that they shouldn't, or at least don't show up. And then they had a really fun game on Tuesday night, and they beat Portland here in Oklahoma City. And then last night they played the Pelicans. And so they're on a 4-game winning streak after those 2 losses. I think they're still in third, but they're closer to the Nuggets because the Nuggets have lost since then in the standings. And but it's really tight. I mean, everybody's right there. So what do you guys think? What do you think about the last few games?
Well, Jay, you said they're on a 4-game winning streak. I would like to say they're on a fun game winning streak because these games have been F-U-N, fun, my buddies.
Fun, baby.
That 76ers game had to be saved twice because it was already saved. The game had been won.
Yeah.
And then Russell fouled a 3-point shooter. What was going on?
Not even like a foul that normally they get called on where they're trying to close out.
Yeah.
And they just hit bodies or somebody jumps into him. He literally just slapped him on the
wrist.
It was
like such a bad foul.
Ran by him.
Slapped him on the
Why
wrist.
are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Because we're talking about how fun. Listen, I'm breaking down fun games. And then it's like, oh my God, this is so not fun. Russ goes out. He's now fouled out for the game. Paul George comes down, hits an and 1 3-pointer, wins the game, saves Russell Westbrook from being destroyed on Twitter. And then we go play the easy Knicks the next night. Portland, Russ, and
11:30
next morning. How about let's give it up for
That's true.
daytime games?
Yeah,
I enjoyed them.
Give it up.
I did not.
Did you not? They're like, it's way easier when it's like 8 o'clock and everybody's in your house is asleep or doing,
Yeah.
Not man. Monday at 11:30, I was like, just sitting on my couch. I was off on Monday. You don't get Martin Luther King Day off?
No days off, man.
No days off.
No days off. So, but yeah, it's
that Portland game was fun too. Russ and Dame.
That's probably
Smizak.
that's one of the best games they played as a team.
Yeah,
because everybody played well.
Everybody was the starting lineup everybody was good.
If it wasn't for CJ going scorched earth in the third quarter, like that
Yeah,
game,
he had 5 threes in the third quarter.
dude, it was crazy
It
watching.
was so good.
And you watch. So there's things you miss things when you're there in person, and you catch certain things when you're there in person. That's what I'm starting to realize. And this going
Kiss cam, mostly.
Primarily,
Love
that's
Kiss
the only-
Cam.
Yeah, when you're there, you have the chance to catch those big beach balls and get Homeland.
They
gift
didn't do that
certificates.
one. They didn't do that one.
Oh.
The last one of the prizes this year for catching one of those beach balls, your supply of mayonnaise.
I have a friend.
Are you serious?
He'd love
Serious.
that.
That's
I
gross.
think that would be the worst prize for me.
You either
to
love
Yeah.
it or you hate it.
Your supply of mayonnaise for me, 1 jar.
For real. For real.
What if anyway?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I derailed that.
So here's one of the things. So Nurkic consistently dominates the Thunder, right? Like had a great game again. There's a point where he came back on the floor, and I looked up, and Nurkic had, I think, 18 points, and Adams had 14, and then Nurkic ended up, I think, with like 26 or whatever, and because he hit 3 jump shots there in the fourth quarter. One of the things I realized watching the game, and this is one of the few games I'm able to actually be there, but one of the things I was realizing is the reason Nurkic kills them is because their number one goal when they play the Trailblazers is to stop Dame and CJ.
Yeah.
That's all they do. That's all Steven Adams is doing. He doesn't care about if Nurkic scores 40 points, that doesn't matter. The point is to try to slow down Dame and CJ McCollum, which they really didn't do either in that game. But at least for the first half, that was the game plan. That's why Nurkic went nuts early, because they were trying to bottle up those 2 perimeter players. And so, but they ended up winning, and it was a game. I think Alex said it never really felt in doubt. Like,
Yeah.
that's what was so impressive is they would get up by 9, they get up by 11, then Portland bring it back down to 4 or 3.
Not even. I mean, the Blazers took the lead at one point.
Yeah, for me, I never really felt. Maybe it's because it was my family, and they just brought my frustration and
I
blood
thought,
pressure down.
I thought it would go down to the wire, though. I thought it would eventually, because that's how most games this season, a lot of games this season have gone for the Thunder. Said it goes down to the wire, and then it just depends on if somebody hits a shot or not. That's what I mean. They had a significant lead over the Sixers, and then it got whittled down all the way.
Well, even last night
to a tie game. Yeah, even last night they just kind of let go of the rope a little bit, and the teams get within 5 or 6 or whatever, and then it's a game. But they didn't in that game, which I thought it was so impressive. I just thought that was a really impressive win against a really good Blazers team that's playing really well lately. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. That's a really good team. That's a good win. And the Thunder it's funny, the Thunder on a 4-game win streak, and they're only 5-5 in their last 10.
I know, and they've been 5-5 in the last 10 for like the last 15 games.
Yeah,
like every time you look at it, it's like they're still 5-5, but it just is kind of lined up to where it's been that way. They've got a fun stretch coming up too. They've got Sunday will be I don't know. I think I'm excited to see them play Milwaukee because you get to see who they are.
Big test.
I don't know enough about Milwaukee other than all of their advanced statistics as a team are just off the charts.
34-12.
Yeah, they're really good.
Best point differential in the league.
Yeah,
+10.
Best defensive efficiency or defensive rating, and then top, I think, 5 offensive rating.
They're really good.
They're really good. So that'll be fun. But it's at home. It's at 5:00. Then they play at Orlando. They have a little 3-game road trip at Orlando, at Miami, at Boston. And then before you know it, like we're kind of almost to the All-Star break.
Yeah.
And so, and they could rack up. I mean, every single game on the rest of their schedule up to the All-Star break is winnable.
Yeah, until you said it.
Is winnable. I didn't say they would win. I said it's a winnable.
I know.
Or losable.
Technically, every game is winnable and losable.
Yeah, but like, they're not playing at Golden State right now, or they're not, there's none of those. The hardest game on the schedule is the Milwaukee at Boston.
We've completely buried the lead. Just it's buried in so many dead Pelicans right now.
No, but I'm saying it's almost All-Star game.
Paul George, All-Star starter.
Hooray.
Wow.
I mean, he didn't really come close to being a starter last year. He was like a fringe all-star.
He didn't. He was almost on a reserve.
Yeah, he was a replacement for
Jimmy Butler or
Marcus.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, and then to be a starter, and with LeBron coming over to the Western Conference, and he wrote like a little Instagram post about this where people were telling him that he wouldn't probably be on the All-Star team again because LeBron came to the West, and now he's All-Star starter.
Oh,
it's pretty
man.
awesome.
Underdog LeBron, he did it.
No, it's
talking about Paul George because LeBron takes
it did.
his spot.
I did understand why it was framed that way.
Okay, never mind. We love Paul George.
But one of the things, for me, it's just another one of those just really affirming moments for the Thunder where it's like, hey, guess what? He's in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
He's still a starter.
I thought you were going to say really affirming moments for me as a Thunder fan that
It
Paul
really
George
made
is
me feel great.
It just really affirmed my choice to be a fan of this team.
Yeah.
And base a lot of my nights around their successes
It's a cool thing for him and also
and failures.
It's good that he chose OKC and everybody's like, what is he doing? Like, why would he go back there? And then like he becomes All-Star starter.
He becomes a huge middle finger to America.
It really does.
Signed a 3+1.
It feels so good.
Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal, especially in this Western Conference.
He took a risk signing with Oklahoma City, and it is absolutely paying off. Now, is there a chance it would pay off on a better level and whatever? I don't know if he'd be an All-Star starter for the Lakers, right? Like it's hard to know that.
I don't know. I don't know how to know it.
I would feel, I don't know, just sharing. Well, obviously this season when LeBron misses 3 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe, but to share the spotlight with LeBron would not be as easy of a fit as it feels like it is with Russ, at least this season.
Ask KCP, man.
Yeah, ask Amy Schumer in the hit film Trainwreck. Tough to share that spotlight.
Okay, All-Stars. Why do we do this every year where it's like we'll talk about the starters because they only announce the starters and then what is it the next week that they announce the reserves?
Yeah.
But then after the All-Star game, it does not matter who started and who was a reserve. It was like this guy was an All-Star this year, end of story kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just a cool thing in the moment, right?
It is a cool thing in the
There's
moment.
too much to say.
I'm saying this more because I'm worried about Rusty's feelings. And
Oh,
I'm
he doesn't
hoping-
care. That he's not a starter. He knows he wasn't great to start the season.
I always talk about Jamal McGlure being an all-star. No one knows. Did he start? Who knows? Who cares?
No one knows. It doesn't
He's-
matter. As long as you look on Basketball Reference, do you have a little star next to the year in the column? No. I mean, yes.
Now,
So
I will
it's
say,
fine.
if Russ doesn't make it as a reserve, which I think he will,
He
He's
probably
got
will.
to.
I mean, it's the coach's vote. The amount of game planning that's around Russell Westbrook,
Yeah.
he's going to get voted in.
If it was media vote, they'd be like,
I talked
don't
about
know.
this. What's better for the Thunder?
If he
Russell making it or
If he
Russell
doesn't.
not making it because of the motivation that he has about not making it.
I don't want there to be any chance of any kind of resentment toward or like within the Paul George relationship at all.
No,
So
not resentment.
He's got to
toward Paul
make it.
George. Why would
No,
there be
I think
resentment
Russ
toward
would
Paul
come out
George?
like scorched. Oh no,
Oh,
I think
my
he'd
God.
come out like on fire.
yeah, he would just be mad. I mean, I don't know why he'd have resentment
Because
toward Paul George.
I wouldn't want his hyper competitiveness
I don't
to
see
now
that
be
happening.
directed toward a teammate because it's like, wait, this
Mm-mm.
guy's this much better
No,
than me.
I don't think
so.
I don't think that.
Relationship ruined.
I don't think that's what would happen. I think he would come out.
It
against
happens all the
every-
time in wrestling.
That's true. I think it would come out and he would be pissed off at every other team that's not the Thunder.
Yeah, he
And
would
just-
punish
and-
every other coach that didn't vote him in.
Yeah,
That's basically what he would do.
I think that's what would happen. He would just have a chip on his shoulder all the rest of the season.
Just dunk on all their wives.
yes. Hey, you know what else dunks on all their wives? Anthem beer.
Taylor, you deserve that one, man.
That was weird.
An Oklahoma City brewery that we're big fans of here at Down to Dunk. Whether it's their Golden One, IPA, Arjuna, Ouroboros, or OK Pills, all available at any local liquor store, or one of their unique concoctions available only at their tap room downtown. Anthem beers will take your night from good to great. Support those that support us. Anthem Brewing Company, made on earth by humans.
Bing, bing, bang, bang.
Hey guys, let's move on to some Twitter questions.
Questions.
Our first Twitter question comes from @Thunder_bus_pod, who wants to know, do you expect the player rotation Billy used against the Blazers to be what we use in the playoffs?
I think this is probably the most significant shift over the last four games. Really, the last two games, it's felt like, I don't know. Yeah, did they start against the Knicks? Basically, just eliminate Diallo from the lineup by staggering.
No, Diallo played that on
Okay.
Monday.
Yeah, that's right. So because and also New York. So it was against Portland. And so what you saw is instead of subbing Schroeder in for Ferguson early, they were subbing Schroeder in for Paul George earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were just working it to keep Russell and Paul on the floor together more. No,
they staggered those two.
Yeah, sorry. To get one of them was always on the floor. Like they would rarely did he ever go to a bench lineup unless it was
He did not go to an
not even
all-bench
last
lineup.
night in the fourth quarter. I couldn't remember.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know that
I know.
anybody knows. to be
Everybody fell
honest.
asleep in the middle of that game. So, but I do think this is closer to what I would expect for the long haul of this team. Like, why not have your players? They were having success, and I will say that they were having success even with the all bench lineup in spots. But obviously, over that 4 game, or they lost, I think, 5 out of 6.
They were not having.
They were not
success.
having success.
They were not the all bench lineup over the season is not good.
So I think this
Terrible,
is closer to what it
terrible.
is. I think losing Alex Abrinas has been something that has also added to the fact that bench lineup has not played as well. But yeah, I think this absolutely is what I would expect to see more out of this team going forward. Any other thoughts?
Tayshaun?
It obviously
Ditto,
is working.
J-Mon.
It's obviously working. It looked
Yeah.
great.
It's working so far.
I'm starting to worry about Schroeder, man.
He was
Why
good
are you
last night.
worried?
I know he's got the tood, and he's had such a
I
good
love it.
tood all year. But now he's like his minutes are dropping down slightly, gradually.
I don't think he
So
has
what are you
two-
worried is
He's
gonna
not
happen?
closing.
What are you worried is going to happen?
He's gonna be upset. He's gonna want more
And
minutes.
do what?
Be bad at basketball. It's very clear that when he's in a bad mood, he's worse at basketball. Atlanta, hello.
I think the situations I would say is a little bit different.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is I'm not saying red alert, boys. I'm not saying this is happening. I'm just saying,
You're saying
let's keep our eyes
you're
peeled a
saying
little bit.
orange. You know, the classic terrorist alerts. Orange.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You know, the color alerts.
I will say I think the Thunder have to trust their culture with Dennis Schroeder. That one. I mean, he's not Reggie Jackson.
No, he's Dennis Schroeder.
He's Dennis Schroeder.
I know, Andrew. You just don't want to accept it. I'm not saying worry about it right now. I'm just saying let's just keep our eyes on this.
They're gonna be fine this season. I also just don't think he's gonna be on the Thunder for that long. Like, I don't think he's gonna be the backup point guard for the Thunder for very long.
No.
Whoa.
As soon as they get something that makes sense for him the next year, they'd probably pull the trigger on that. Not this year. I'm saying like maybe the summer if there's something they could do with the pick. I don't know. I mean, I'm just who knows?
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. We're
Right.
just free balling out here,
That's
boys.
just free balling.
That's the only thing that will tell.
None of us wear. None of
Time.
us. We're all free balling.
Time.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @0ThunderUp0, who wants to know why is Harden lauded for playing this way, but when Russell did it, he was a ball hog and a bad team leader.
This is all for Taylor.
It's just hilarious. I text you guys this all the time. And I will say, it's not the the general NBA fan actually likes Russell Westbrook and doesn't like Harden.
Yeah.
It is
For
like
example,
media.
Harden did not make it as a starter according to the fan vote.
Yeah.
Man on
That's
the street.
wild. And he's going to be the MVP. And he should be the MVP this year.
Are we
Yeah.
sure about that? Do you think it'd be the MVP?
Who else would it be?
I don't know. Everybody said Giannis.
Yeah, but no, everybody just says it because somebody else said it.
True.
It's so true, man. It's so annoying.
It's like it's James Harden. Like, watch him.
I
Like,
know.
he's
It's going. He's
if
going
you
to.
if you put anybody else in Harden's place, there's no way that they win these
Are
games.
keeping afloat.
Just no way.
Except it did happen, and it was Russell Westbrook.
I don't know, but if you put Russ in his place this year, like this version of Russell Westbrook is not doing this.
No, not this version. But if Russ has the usage percentage, it might be different too. You know, like how much of Russ's struggles this year are because his usage is down and he is having to play a different way than he's comfortable with.
It ain't down that much.
2% of that. I don't think that's the reason. I think he's
It does-
struggled with injuries.
It does help that Harden doesn't have to share.
Mental.
Doesn't have to share anything. Like that does help. Like he
Oh yeah.
He didn't look at anybody.
Well,
What does he have the
no.
longest streak of unassisted points in the history of the NBA?
Let's give this a positive spin, please. He has the longest streak of unassisted scores
He's
in
doing
the
it. You know,
history of the NBA.
he's putting the team on his back.
Wow.
He's doing it. That's a leader.
He can score
That's a
without
leader.
the ball being passed to him. That's amazing basketball. You ever seen that happen?
That's
He-
a leader.
Golden State Warriors, they're amazing. Look how the ball moves. Houston Rockets, they're amazing. Look how James Harden doesn't move the ball or the ball gets moved to him.
That is such a fun take.
Did you see when the ball that inbound,
PJ Tucker, what was he
like,
doing?
Obviously,
He thought
not-
somebody touched. Like
I don't know what they were thinking, but the funny thing to think about is that nobody's supposed to touch the ball but James.
that's
on
what
the
it was. Like,
Rockets.
everybody get out of the way. Where's
and
James?
then and Vonleh just grabbed the ball and dunked it.
They
That's
almost
so
lost
funny.
that game to the Knicks. It was
They-
close.
but in dramatic fashion, they won.
Yeah, of course it
It was
is.
pretty. It was actually pretty incredible to watch.
They've got a brutal stretch coming up versus Toronto, not Orlando, or whatever. They have lost to Orlando this season though. Then they play the Pelicans, whatever
Orlando's
version
not
of
a
them.
pushover. They're
No, I
not-
know.
they're not good, but they're not a pushover.
Then at Denver, at Utah, who Utah is playing
Really good.
really well.
Yeah, I hate it.
And then Phoenix, Sacramento, Oklahoma City. But I don't know. He's playing out of his mind. It is high usage, but you're absolutely right that there is this aspect of it that is, it does feel like if it was any other player. And it's all because it looks better than Russ's does.
I don't know that it does.
doesn't. And I think that's why the
He's a
general
smoother
fan
player.
People
He
just like
shoots
him.
better percentages. People didn't.
They like his efficiency. I don't know that they
Yeah.
like the way that his game looks.
efficiency. That's what I meant when I meant looks
They-
better, I guess.
They like his efficiency.
But this is the thing: is these, let's call them the media elite, the coastal media elites. Let's call them that.
yeah,
They
Let's call them the enemy of the people, the fake news media.
yes, let's call them this. They really like to just pick. They're like, I like this player.
mm-hmm.
Let's use these weird stats and combine them in strange ways, at which we can come up with our own ways to make them just beyond everyone else and make everyone feel dumb for not thinking they're good. And then let's take these other players that we don't like because they're not nice to us, and then just decide that their stats don't matter in this way anymore. And no longer can we talk about triple doubles for anyone ever again.
Yeah, that's a weird. The triple double stuff is weird. We also have to remember that Russell actually did win the MVP.
He did.
Totally. I'm not saying
But
he
not
didn't
without
win the
everybody
MVP.
complaining about it. Not everybody.
Not
without
everybody. Like
loud
just,
voices.
just a
complaining
few
about
loud voices.
It's the
complaining
same
about
people.
Arnovitz and Zach Lowe had him third on their ballot. The two probably people I trust the most in the NBA media world had him at third that year.
And this is
behind
just,
Harden and Kawhi Leonard.
and
Yeah.
it's just
That's
taking
the stuff
something.
that's infuriating. They would never have Harden at third this year for doing almost the exact same thing.
And people have poo-pooed Russ's MVP season.
I mean, I've heard all. I mean, you don't have to tell me.
yeah, what are you trying to tell me, Andrew? How dare you?
I'm just saying that, like, I don't care what they say.
That's
Oh,
fine.
that's
They asked us
won.
a question about it.
Why? Like, why? Because he's an efficient shooter. Like, that's it. Because like effective field goal percentage is everything.
what was his
Excuse me.
effective field? Wasn't Russ up there that year too
I mean, it's not probably close to what Harden's is, but
for this year?
It's just like at the end of the day, it's sports. Is this guy good at this sport, and is he fun to watch do it, and does he dominate everyone? Yes.
people
Like
are.
narrative does matter in the MVP. I know they like to.
That's like almost the only thing that matters.
It is like and then this year it's not even. Like what's weird is the narrative is how efficient he is, and all of these
he's doing it all by himself.
doing it all by himself. Yeah, that's true.
Does anything change? So we're 40 games into the season, roughly. Are we more than that? How far are we into the season? Yeah, 40, 45. Do we?
That's game 48 last
Nah,
night.
yeah, we're at 50 almost.
Whoa.
God, that makes me sad. Dang.
No, that means almost playoffs.
I know,
baby.
but it means that the season's already closer to the end than the beginning.
Jay, stay present.
I know.
Okay,
But if you look at it,
one
so
day at a time.
Capella's coming back, Chris Paul's coming back.
Yeah.
Numbers are going to slow. Like, if somebody makes a run that's already up in the conversation, that's the only way that Harden doesn't make the MVP, get the MVP right. So if post All-Star break, Paul George goes on a tear,
Mm-hmm.
the Thunder get up there to the 2 seed, some of that narrative can shift.
If the Thunder win like 55 or 60 games, then they have a chance. He'll have a chance. I don't know that people will vote for Paul George to be the MVP. I just don't think they will.
Yeah.
if it's media, it's gonna be James Harden.
If they get, it will be, because I think people will make the argument that like most teams that fall apart like this with injuries, they just don't make the playoffs.
Mhm. And also,
Valid.
like anyone here who's talking negatively about James, we're not really talking negatively about James Harden. He should be the MVP. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's the best player in the league right
The
now.
narratives are what drives
Really
us
good.
crazy.
But it's more like it's the hypocrisy of these people that we look at as like all knowing, all truth teller, like fact checking, like
Yeah.
these are the people that are supposed to look at everything. And especially a guy like Lowe, who's been so good at being unbiased or whatever. And it's just,
The truth is, like, everybody has bias.
Yes.
Like, every single person does.
yes.
Whether they say they want it or not. Like, every
Mhm.
beat writer in the NBA wants their team to win.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why would they want that to happen? Because people read their stuff more when they win. It's more fun to cover a winning team. It's more
And
fun to cover wins than losses. Like, every beat writer would like to say, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't root for them to win. Oh, I don't care what happens." Yes, you do. Like, stop. Whether you say it or not, like, you want your team to win. It's just true. And then with these national writers, like, they want their opinions to be correct.
yeah.
That they hold true. Like, they don't want other people. They don't want people to see the cracks in their theories and stuff like that. So they root for their stuff to become true. And so if James Harden's awesome and they've talked about how great he is over the course of, they're just gonna push that even more. If Russell Westbrook starts shooting bad and it fits their narrative of like, I can't believe Russell won the MVP, they're gonna be louder about that.
This is a great reminder that it is just sports, and no one's trying to stick up for like the nobility of the game of the
no,
you know what I'm saying, of like
everybody has extremely selfish motives when it comes to all of this stuff.
and you should, it's just sports, I guess.
It's just a fact.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @TrustTheVoid.
Great facts.
Who wants to know, would you rather have Ferguson or OG Anunoby today?
I'm going Fergie just because I'm really enjoying watching him hit jumpers.
Oh, it's fun.
Wet jumpers.
OG Anunoby is a better name than
Yeah.
Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah.
Terrence Ferguson sounds like an actor.
Yeah.
I think because of Ferguson. What's his name?
I think it's because of Terrence.
It's both.
What?
Sorry, what's the answer?
You call him T Ferg, Turd Ferg. I would probably rather have Ferguson for this team because he can shoot it. OG has not had the greatest season shooting the basketball. And I think this season in particular is kind of a tough one to judge. OG, yeah, like one of his close family members died at the beginning of the season. He has been out with injury. It's been a weird season for him overall. So I don't think you can like line up their stats and be like, this is why I'd rather have him.
You know what?
Like,
I'm picking OG now.
OG could end up being a really great player. But I think that Terrence fits this team so much better. They've always needed a 3-and-D shooting guard, and that's really not what OG Anunoby is. He's more of a wing. And if they had like a healthy Andre Robertson, maybe you'd want OG coming off the bench behind Paul George and kind of filling in at the backup 4 or something. But I think that Terrence fits this team very, very well. And I've wanted OG all along. But I think Terrence is kind of changing my mind this season with the way that he can shoot it. If he can shoot 38%, which is a lot lower than what he has been over the course of like the last 15 games, I mean, that's such a huge thing. I cannot overstate what a big deal it is to have a shooting guard that can actually shoot the basketball on your team
and play defense well enough to stay on the court for a long time.
I mean, and even better than that, like he is the second best defender on the team on the perimeter.
But what a dumb thing to like have to tell people.
What?
Like, it's really good to have a shooting guard that can shoot shots
and that is also good at
I
defense.
With the Thunder, it's like it's been literally 11 years. 1 year of Thabo Sefolosha.
I don't think we trust anyone. I think everyone's watching Terrence Ferguson, and we're just so used to that player at that position being bad that we just it's
bad,
blinders.
Yeah, bad shooter.
Dude, he was chucking them last night. He was shooting without any hesitation, which is what you want from him, man. Keep shooting.
Right. His confidence is sky high right now.
Sky high.
Should stay like that. What did he end up shooting? I mean, that's another thing too.
2 of 8, I think, maybe.
Is that he gets the ball and they're looking for him. No, he was 6 of 14.
Yeah, but from 3-point line, what was his?
Yeah, 2 of 8 from 3. 6, and that's a thing too. That he's not just sitting there.
He's finishing at the rim, shooting jump shots.
He hit a floater last night.
Dude, it's crazy.
You know who was smacked at the end of a game though?
Who was? Yeah, he did. It was one of those where he just basically threw it up to get swatted. It's like, what are you doing?
So 14 points, a steal, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 of 8 from 3. That's great. If he gets 8 threes in a game, that's awesome. I don't really care how many he hits, but if he can get 8 threes, that's a big deal. Getting the attempts is a huge deal for him.
He was so frustrated last night. Jeremy Grant missed so many shots that he normally makes. Like he was at the rim like 3 or 4 times and just couldn't finish. He was so that's when one time when he got the ball and he finally got the dunk and he was just like, ah,
yeah. It was a rare night where he had more. Rare night where he had more shots than points. That's a pretty rare night.
That is rare,
Jeremy.
But I'm telling you, I sent this text to you guys. This starting lineup is really good.
It's really good. It's great.
Which is why Billy Donovan is working the rotations the way he is, because he wants to keep as many of these guys on the floor at the same time as he can.
Yeah. In the month of January, Terrence Ferguson shooting 47% from 3.
Oh wow!
On 5.5 attempts per game.
That's awesome. That's not a throwaway stat.
No. Especially with the attempts, because up until this point, in December he shot 36%, but only on 2 attempts per game. You're like, I don't really know what to think about that. 2 attempts at the beginning of the season, 7% in the month of October. For the first 6 games, he shot 7.
The fact that he's got his percentage for the season overall back up to 38%.
Yeah,
Should
'cause
tell
what,
you
they
how
start at,
good
like,
he's
1?
been for a minute too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's 40% better
Yeah.
from 3
Yeah.
than he was the first 6 games this month. I mean, he is very good, and I thought that like just watching him over the last really 2 or 3 games, I thought there was like a ceiling on what he could be as an offensive guy, but he's starting to show more and more that like he can attack a closeout. He hit that step back jumper against the Blazers. Like
He should never initiate your offense, but he is
he's getting
valuable.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Whoa.
I don't know that I agree with that.
I haven't seen anything that makes me change my mind on his, like, he would never be not a primary ball handler, obviously, because that's not what he's expected to do. But I just couldn't see him. He can attack a closeout. He can put the ball on the ground, make 2 steps, get to the rim, and he's finishing at the rim better than he has. That's been the most surprising thing. Because how many times, I think I talked about this on Wednesdays, how many times earlier in the season did they get a fast break with Ferguson and it was like the worst looking layup? Like he would jump like 3 feet early.
So
and
nervous.
Yeah, he is playing with
He's so
confidence,
little.
which is just a reminder that everything, so much, not everything, but so much in the NBA is about confidence.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's why we love Dion.
Oh
Right,
man,
it's
it's
irrational.
uh,
Is he still in the NBA?
Yes, and he's been awesome for the
Has he?
Heat. Yes,
Good.
yes.
and he's just getting in trouble. Terrence Ferguson, when he jumps in the air,
Yeah.
he looks about 70 pounds lighter.
He left.
Like, he looks like he actually loses mass when he's
He
in
is
the air.
He is the smallest 6'7" guy in the league.
He
Yeah, he's-
leapt over Solomon Hill last night.
He did. He jumped right over him.
I need to see a couple more contested yams from him
Did you?
before I'm ready to
Yeah.
give him
What
the
about-
keys
what
to the
about Nader's
offense.
yam? Nader smashed on the whole Pelicans
He
team.
did
last night.
on
Old-
Check Diallo, the other Diallo brother.
Tommy's brother.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was surprising because he's not very athletic.
No, but he's big.
He's big.
Like he may be the same height as Terrence Ferguson, but he looks like he's a foot taller.
Yeah,
He
That
does.
was-
He looks big.
that was good. That was a good little dunk.
That was a good yam.
And then he did this really weird flex that everybody makes fun of but loves.
Oh, I love it. Flex. I want to do that.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from at Matthew C7673, who wants to know, as far as the MVP conversation goes, has PG surpassed the Greek Freak for number 2?
Surprised? It's going to be really hard to surpass him.
It's like when Victor Oladipo raptured his his quad.
Raptured his tendon.
Yeah. Good job, Shams.
Good job, Shams. He
Uh,
corrected it. Like he didn't even like delete the tweet. He just like, of course I meant ruptured.
Yeah.
Idiots.
I mean,
Probably not. Next
Probably not. That's it. Just no.
Next question.
There's no way you're suppressing that guy.
I just don't.
I'm excited to watch Giannis play on Sunday
They
though,
have the best record in the league. The Bucks do.
Mhm.
He's the leader of their team.
and he just dunks all the time
He scores 17 points in the paint per game.
as a small power forward ish, small forward.
Just skinny forward man.
He's
Skinny
not even
forward,
skinny
man.
anymore. I saw a picture this
Yeah,
year that was
he's-
comparing him to his rookie year, and
Oh
it's
my God, I'm
when you
sure.
see the comparison, he has put on
he giant?
so much muscle. Yes, it's crazy.
Is he getting into thick daddy status?
No. He's a fit. I don't know. I'll come up with something. We need to come up with something.
All
I'm glad
right.
he didn't keep pushing into that.
Yeah.
Our next Twitter question comes from at @ease_dooley, who wants to know our top 5 power rankings of potential trade targets, please.
Potential trade targets. This is tough because I just don't know that the Thunder aren't going to take on future money.
Nope.
So like Courtney Lee,
Out.
get out of here.
Plus, is he? I mean, we don't even know what he does anymore.
I didn't even know he's alive.
Like also like Tim Hardaway Jr. Like
Get
no,
out of here.
Yeah.
Like get out of
The
town.
Knicks didn't keep him
Mhm.
on his rookie deal, didn't extend him
Mhm.
or re-sign him,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Traded him actually.
traded him,
They traded
and
him.
then re-signed him
Mhm.
for $20 million.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Welcome.
But this is why I don't want. I know I
It's
want.
just business, baby.
I don't want teams like that to get these high free agents. Like they don't deserve it.
I do.
I want Kevin Durant to go there.
I do so bad. Oh my god.
I know. I get what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying. I hate rewarding teams that are so bad at
I
freaking
know.
taking care of their team.
I know.
Just have your team in an awesome city, dude.
That's all. Have it in a big old city.
Big old cool city. But as far as trade targets that make sense, I don't think there's a lot of them. What do you have, Jay?
So the ones you keep hearing, that's all I'm talking about. So Anthony Tolliver, which doesn't move the needle for me.
Yeah,
Garrett Temple. I mean, I don't know. Who else is out there?
That
I don't know
sounds-
why. Please don't. We don't need a third big.
No, why does everyone want us to get another center?
because we love sinners.
We love sinners here.
Like a Jermichael Green.
I like that. I like that, Jermichael Green. I like him.
So who are going to be the big sellers this?
I just wonder if Indiana might sell and try to get an asset.
Really?
Man,
I don't think they will, but I just wonder. I've wondered that, and I wondered it last night.
So who? Thad Young.
He threw something in the trade machine. I could
Thaddeus
see it.
Young, I think, is super duper interesting. He's really, really good. And I don't know that here's the thing. They're not going to trade him at the trade deadline. But if they're like, hey, if you just go to Indiana and say, hey, listen, Kevin Pritchard.
We basically gave you Sabonis for free.
Yes, you guys won the trade. Congratulations.
Good job.
No, you lost it. Victor Oladipo's out.
Yeah.
OKC won the trade.
Okay, you know. You're gonna lose. You may lose Thaddeus Young for nothing this summer, or they may have like a wink. They probably have a wink. Hey, we're gonna pay you this summer.
A little under the table.
Because he's been awesome for them. But you could just say, hey, listen, we'll give you some expiring contracts and Hamidou Diallo to make it worth your time. And the Thunder can bring in Thaddeus Young. That's like one guy that I feel like the Thunder. I don't think the Thunder can do a whole lot to improve their team. But if you brought in Thaddeus Young, that makes your team a lot.
So is he
better.
come off your bench?
I mean, yes, because you're not going to put him in front of Jeremy, who's like long-term plan for the Thunder, because I don't think that Young's a long-term plan. They probably can't and wouldn't re-sign him in the summer.
So what does that do for you though?
Causes some. Oh, he's a ruckus maker.
You get to the Western Conference Finals
Versus
which maybe not.
they have a. Let's say I know that's what I'm saying. They have a 60% chance to make it as is, or I don't know, 40% or however, whatever.
That's
it is.
high.
25% chance.
Ooh, Jay, that's low.
So 34.
Jay, pick
Oh, Lord.
Come on, Jay.
I don't know how percentages work. But if you look at it, I mean, the Thunder are the 3 seed. I think they'll hover around there for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I think they have as good of a chance as anybody outside of the Warriors to
Yes.
make it to the Western Conference Finals. So I'll just say that, whatever percentage you want to put on that.
69.
So
I do think it's 69.
is it worth? I mean, it's just like to raise that percentage by 5. Is it worth it?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Same deal, but for the Bone Dog.
Oh, I'd way rather have
Oh,
Bone
yeah.
Dong off the bench, man. He is a confident MFing bone donger, man. I want him off my bench hitting some shots,
He would hit a lot of shots.
some wet jumpies from the bone dong.
He's awesome.
I also want to see him at Greystone Lounge taking shots
Oh,
of alcohol.
Shot.
Party
It's the bone dong.
Party-
Shot.
Partying with the bone down.
Anyways,
Anybody
I
else
like
out there?
that.
Who else is going to be sellers?
what about Bobby Portis?
Nope.
He's very fiery.
Is he in Chicago still?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
I got him and Trey Lyles confused because I was heard Trey Lyles as somebody that the Nuggets may move on from.
Yeah,
Bobby Portis is a real weirdo.
he's a crazy.
I don't
man.
want him.
PP's been fine, man.
PP has been fine lately.
He's been more than fine.
Has he been
fine?
He's been from fine to good.
Those like all those guys are on 1-year deals. The Thunder.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Thunder.
There's going
wanted
to do something that is there a hole we can patch for the end of the season. What about a Rodney Hood? That's the one that
That's
being
what
connected.
I was about to bring him up because he's super interesting to me.
Hmm.
Of really any of these players, I think he's gettable
Yep.
because he's probably super pissed that he's on the Cavs. And I don't. Does anybody know if he's good? Anybody found that out yet?
no.
But if we play the Jazz, we know he will try very hard in the playoffs.
Yeah, but if you try too hard, when people are trying too hard, sometimes not good.
Life's a gamble, man.
Life is a gamble. I'd give Rodney Hood a shot for what's it, $3 million for the rest. I mean, you don't have to do much. What do you have? So what do you? Is it a second? Is that a like? What do you have to give to get a guy?
I mean,
like that?
It's a second round pick,
Yeah.
probably.
Cash considerations. I don't know. I don't think the Thunder can really do that, can they?
Yeah. Would you guys consider cash? Why do they call it cash
I
considerations?
don't know. I have no idea. But
Here, would you put this cash?
I'd take
into
Rodney Hood.
Consideration.
you think they'd try
For a
to
player?
move him for Alex?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, well,
Wing depth is never a bad thing to have excess of.
No.
No.
Just ask Birds.
Just let it sit. That was the longest pod in the history of our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was good.
But yeah, I think of all these players, he's interesting. He's on an expiring contract.
He fits. He fits the
He's-
mold. Is he from that draft class that Presley let? No, he's a year later.
No, he was a year later because he was.
Mitch McGarry, man.
Yes, the Mitch McGarry draft.
Which both of them may be out of the NBA.
By the
should-
way, I
they
have
could
some
have
Mitch
had him.
McGarry news. Are you ready
That
for
sounds like
this?
something that should be shared off the pod.
Not really. Well, no, he's not on the team. Anyway, I met a friend of his, and I
Oh,
talked
okay.
with him about Mitch McGarry,
Yeah.
and he lives in wherever he's from now, and he's not working, and he's living off of his NBA money still, and like is not working or doing anything. And his friend's like, I'm very worried about him because he's going to run out of money. He has like a year left.
And he's
Well,
big
yeah.
into snakes.
Sounds like
very-
a lot of NBA stories.
Sounds like Mitch McGarry.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Hey,
any other
guys.
trade
Didn't
targets?
enjoy the conversation.
Any other trade targets?
I mean, Alec Burks in the same vein. He makes a lot more money.
Where is he?
He's in
Cleveland?
Cleveland. Yeah,
Why are they just collecting all of the ex-Jazz players?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They have all these players that are kind of the same guy that nobody really wants, like Rodney Hood, Alec Burks, Jordan Clarkson, J.R. Smith. Yeah, they're all just kind of like the same version, like inefficient guys that are just way too confident.
If you had
Yeah.
to bet, so let's think about this. If
Yeah.
you had to bet, will the Thunder be trade people or buyout people?
I think they'll be buyout people.
Yeah.
I just don't like what asset are you willing to give up at the trade deadline?
For Rodney Hood, nothing.
You give up, let's see
A
what.
second, like a future second that doesn't matter.
So they own the 2020 second round pick. They own 2021. They've traded 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025 are all locked up. So they could trade one of the 2021 second round pick for him. Yeah, that's fine.
Right. That's kind of the general thought is it's just like
You get something for Rodney
Yeah.
Hood before he
doesn't
does not come back to
Yeah,
Cleveland.
he's not staying in Cleveland, although he couldn't get anything else.
I mean, we don't know.
But he signed a $3
He
million
took the
qualifying offer with
He's
the
betting.
team,
He was betting on himself.
and that was a poor bet.
Life's a gamble, Jay.
That's right. That's what I always say.
Life's a garden. Dig it. Let's move on to our next Twitter question. Jay, which one did you want me to do?
I just said move on to the fun, silly
Fun,
ones, man.
silly. It's from @Cody, son of Steve. It's a PQ, a pizza question. He wants to know what's the best way to reheat leftover pizza. How are we snarfing that old za, bro?
Toaster oven.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, I just throw it in the microwave.
Dude, a toaster oven's like 20. You can get one for like $20. Do it.
Yeah, but here's my thing: countertop space.
Countertop space, man. Look at you. Yeah, how much
Build
you got?
shelves. Build shelves.
Build shelves.
Shelves.
Andrew can't help but be like a dad.
He's such a
Hey,
dad.
You know what I'm worried about?
Where's it gonna
Countertops.
go?
The money's
We
fine.
just gave away a toaster oven because we don't ever use it.
It's this
Because
precious.
it sits in a shelf or on a shelf in one of our cabinets. Nobody ever
Mhm.
uses it.
precious countertop real estate. Now
gotta also- I
$20
gotta put
is
my blender on
fine.
there.
Although I did recently throw away my Keurig.
We sold ours for like $50.
$50.
You
Someone
did?
bought it for
That was like
$50
4 years ago.
You ripped someone
My
off, man.
God.
We'd had ours just died though. We had it for almost 10 years.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I,
Keurig.
it doesn't spark joy in me. I might throw mine away.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh, you got to Con Marie this
I
beat.
might have to. I don't buy the pods. I have no reason to have it anymore.
It's just taking up counter space.
It's countertop space.
Countertop space you could
made
be
it.
using for a
Toaster oven. Maybe I'll do
Toaster
it.
oven. So how do you guys reheat?
Microwave.
Microwave is what we drew.
Throw out
Or I just don't.
That's true. I'll eat cold pizza. I like
Cold pizza's good.
It's
I'll
pretty
tell you,
good.
this is what cold pizza is good for the first 2 bites, and then you got to reheat.
I disagree. I'll go all the way.
Yeah, I'll eat the whole thing. Once I start it, I'm not gonna stop it and heat it.
Yeah, I don't get
But
that.
I will say, microwave pizza isn't bad, but in a toaster oven, it re-crisps it because when you put it,
I've heard the argument.
it's
About
a
Does it make it? Is it?
about the crispy bottom?
Is it better to you?
it is much better because it's
no. Then when you get the pizza fresh,
the first time.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
it's not better. But it's the best way to reheat pizza.
Have you ever?
I believe
have
you.
you seen the commercial
I
late at
believe you.
night for the reheatza? I think it's basically what the toaster oven does, but it does it in the microwave. Crisps the bottom.
How does that work?
What is that?
Conduction. They have a thing that shows arrows going and how it does that, but I don't really know.
Sounds like some junk.
But it's called the reheatza, and I want to try it.
It's
should.
like more expensive than a toaster oven.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's much more than $20. But
4
yeah.
easy payments of $9.95. Wow, that sounds so easy.
Wow, I can reheat my pizza.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @MJBoyd.
One more point. It's not hard to make pizza good.
Nah, you don't have to do much to it.
Yeah, throw some pepperonis on there. I'm good.
You ever put pepperonis on there?
Pepperonis.
Oh,
the
baby.
tasty dog treat. No.
Oh, baby, slice those peppers up.
All right, our next Twitter question comes from @MJBoyd95, who has a question. Should @Al Baby Cakes start a DTD spin-off pod called Debbie Bucket's Basketball Hour? No, my answer is no. Because it should be called Debbie BB Ball Hour. Debbie BB Ball Hour.
Debbie BB Ball Hour.
Yes.
That's a lot of B's. That's 5 B's.
Debbie BB Ball Hour.
Comma B.
I've already talked to Alex about this shortly. We'll probably be doing the end of Wednesday pods. Might just become Debbie BBB all hour.
Debbie BB Ball Hour.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah, because a lot of times I do have to like rush the end of the show. So I'm just like, I just don't have to anymore.
And if he knows that he has that space, he will prepare things for
It'll
that
get even
space.
better.
Yeah.
You thought that was good. Just wait.
Hey guys, let's move on to our next Twitter question. It comes from @DWill4D10. He wants to know, with all the photos / stories of Steven Adams eating multiple plates of food at meals, why doesn't he just go to buffets?
He probably does.
No, he doesn't. You know why?
Because he can afford to just
'Cause
buy
he's-
multiple meals.
Because he's rich.
He's so rich.
Every restaurant is a buffet when you are a rich person.
And
That
he
is a great
Just say,
point.
keep it coming.
and he doesn't spend money on anything but food, basically.
Yeah. I know he has like, I don't even think his house is like huge.
He's a gamer. He's a gamer.
He does. Yeah,
He's a gamer. He's a gamer. He spends money on games.
I'm sure he
and
buys.
peripherals.
I'm sure he buys a lot of outfits on Fortnite.
Oh, that's true.
Oh man, you know.
But it's like, how much is
I'm
that really
jealous.
digging into his funds?
20 million a
you know?
year,
Oh my god.
plus whatever he's getting paid to talk about beef.
Oh, that's true, man. There's a lot of money in beef. I bet they're throwing a bunch of cash his way.
Also, Budweiser. Is that what he
Oh,
wants?
yeah.
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 You know,
He's getting paid.
if it was me, I'd
He
just
is
say,
getting
just give
paid.
me a ton of beef and a ton of Budweiser. And then
That's basically what he's doing.
Wow.
This
He
is
doesn't-
making sense.
he doesn't spend any money on food.
He might not. He's just smashing steaks that are just mailed to him.
He also totally seems like that guy who's like, well, I have all these steaks. Why would I eat anything else? That's wasteful.
Right. He
I'm
wears,
just going to eat these steaks.
he wears the same pair of flip flops that has his face on them that somebody gave to him like 4 years
that
ago.
he wore to the UFC event in New York.
He's awesome.
He
He
is
is so
awesome.
great.
That's-
Also, like he also is a guy that's really into looking up health code violations. That's why he doesn't go to buffets.
Ooh, yeah.
It's true.
What's y'all's favorite buffet?
It's not true.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't.
Hometown buffet on Sundays have all you can eat seafood.
Oh
Wait,
gosh.
hometown buffet is not
Or
a
there's
thing
Golden
anymore.
Corral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One of them that was on
Hometown
Expressway.
buffet. turned
And I
into-
drive by and I just go, all you can eat seafood? Ugh.
That is gross.
But good.
No, I've not been
Is
to a
it?
buffet.
No.
I haven't been to a buffet in probably going on 15 years.
Yeah, I think
The only buffet like the
Actually, that's not true. My favorite buffet, CC's Pizza.
Oh, good one.
What
I
about,
do
like,
go to
what-
CC's Pizza.
What about just like a? I mean, what's the Chinese buffet?
Yeah,
in,
Chinese buffet.
in Stillwater.
China City? Or no, New China.
New China.
New China. New China is good.
Yeah.
Chinese buffets are you can't go wrong. I mean, go pay the $11 and then just eat some crap Chinese food.
Here's the thing.
You'll be so happy.
Here's the thing about New China. If I go to New China, I'm probably staying there for 2 hours. And
Yeah,
I'm probably having 6 plates
It's an investment in time, money, and
and future time on the toilet.
stomach real estate.
Valuable toilet real estate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, but I have not been to a buffet.
I haven't been in a long
Long
no.
time.
When you come to Stillwater next, we'll go to New China.
Okay.
Block off. Block off a lot of time.
Cool.
Hey guys, our final Twitter question comes from @Thunder_Bus_pod, who wants to know what is the worst fast food restaurant.
Okay, the worst. I think that Taco Mayo we have to start there.
Is it a thing? Is it an option anymore?
Yes, there's one by my house.
Of course it is.
It's bad.
There is one at your house.
There's
I think
one
that's the only one. Yeah.
Inside my house, like Richie Rich.
Have you guys had Taco Casa?
No.
It's only on the south side.
How
And
is
one of my friends, I was meeting him for lunch. He's like, "Hey, you want to meet at Taco Casa?" I'm like, "I don't know. I guess." First of all, he's like a celebrity at Taco Casa. Taco Casa paid for our meal when we went there.
What?
He like goes there a lot. He says his office is right by it, and we like get up there to pay, and she's like, "We're taking care of this one."
So tell me this: is your friend eating great tacos at Taco Casa or horrible tacos?
Great.
Really?
They-
It's good.
really?
It's really.
What?
It's really really good.
Interesting.
wow. That one
You
I was
have to go to Taco Casa.
Wow.
I promise. If you like Taco Bueno, it's like Taco Bueno on like
drugs.
trace steroids.
Really?
Yeah.
It's better than Bueno?
It's like Taco Bueno on cocaine.
No, I think it's a little bit better than Taco Bueno. Like, no joke.
Well, I will.
Really?
You should
Taco Casa.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like in Moore, like off like 19th Street. South.
I've seen the
South.
sign. I know what you're talking about.
You should go. It's really great.
Interesting.
there.
Anyways,
Hey, you
back
know-
to bad.
Here's a bad one, and it's by my house, and it's
Yeah.
not. No, I'm not saying all of them are bad, but if you get to a bad one of these restaurants, it's the worst fast food you can have, and it's Sonic. If you
Yeah.
get to a bad Sonic, and the one by my house is just bad.
There's some good Sonic. Sonic
If
can
it's
be
good,
Sonic can be good.
if
But
Sonic
that's the
is good,
problem.
it's good.
And
the bad
it can
one.
also be the one on 39th Street is the slowest. I was late to several of my master's classes because they could not get me food within 20 minutes.
Whoa.
It was really bad. I like so bad contacted Sonic headquarters about it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a
you're
dad
a
move.
you're a tattletale. Well, but the one by
Snitch.
my house is bad. So
Got some
bad.
gift cards.
Taco Mayo,
Yeah.
a bad Sonic.
Yeah.
Can we have a third?
I think I agree on Sonic. I trust Sonic the least of all of the fast food places that I will actually go to. Because there's some I just won't go to.
What
Like
won't you go
Taco
to?
Mayo.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else won't you go to?
KFC probably.
I went to KFC yesterday.
How is it?
I love KFC. It's very
KFC's
good.
Okay.
fine.
Whataburger's always good. Jack in the Box, y'all ever get Jack in the
I
Box?
never go.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like it's all right. It's not bad. It's not good. It's dependable.
yeah. Probably.
I just don't eat fast food though.
I don't eat
anymore.
a lot of fast food.
It's my forte. I eat a lot of it.
It's my forte. Yeah, that's fun. So Taco Mayo, bad Sonic. Is there anything else that any place that you drive by and you're like, I will never go there. I will not go there. Since you're a fast food aficionado.
not Jack in the Box. I never go to.
What
I
about
never
Burger
think,
King?
You know, I was
okay,
gonna
I'm
bring up
not
Burger King,
ever going to Burger
but
King.
why?
Here's because nothing there. Everything else sounds better. Like, remember when they went the last time I went? Remember when they had those Cheetos sticks?
Yeah.
I went and we were like, all right, we're all getting Cheeto sticks, and they were horrible. They were just real bad.
Burger King or McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Okay. Burger King or Taco Mayo? If you had the
Burger
choice.
King.
If you were in a
Burger King.
Taco Mayo combo,
I get Burger King.
Burger King, because you can get nugs, dude.
Yeah.
They have spicy nugs too, so it's like you can't go wrong with fast food nugs.
I think you can go
Can you
wrong.
have bad fast food nugs?
McDonald's chicken nuggets?
They're
Dude.
good.
They're good.
Dude, they're not.
Yes, they.
I mean,
are.
they're
Yes,
not
they
chicken,
are.
but they're
good,
like
though.
they're good. You know,
All right, we can move on.
All right.
I bet. I don't know. Anyway, just
All
move
right.
on.
Hey guys, I have one final question for you. But before I ask you that, I want to talk to you about Oklahoma Shirt Company. $10 a month gets you an Oklahoma themed shirt every month. Plus, you get an introductory shirt just for starting your monthly shirt.
Bing, bang.
You can get it, and not just Oklahoma shirts. You can get a Texas shirt, Kansas, Missouri, perhaps Arkansas.
Bing,
They
bang.
have other states if you're into other states. So we're into Oklahoma. And if you have an event or a club or want to make a shirt for yourself that is not sold anywhere else, they can help you design it, print it, and get it to you in a timely, cost-efficient manner. They are great. We just made some Down and Dunk hats. And guess what? They look better than I could have possibly dreamed.
And if you want one, sorry, we tried to sell them and you guys didn't buy them. So this is it.
Exactly. But
hope you regret your decision.
But if one of you bought them, which is the case, or 100 of you bought them, Oklahoma Shirt Company could have done that. That's how
True.
great they are. Support those that support us. Oklahoma Shirt Company, the best of the best, baby.
Yeah, hey, baby.
Hey, guys, I have one more question for you. And it is, are you miffed and are you peeved?
Miffed and peeved.
Guys, I'm not miffed and peeved. I guess I'm grateful and blessed, but I was almost sad and mournful.
Ooh.
Today, we had a health scare. Well, not today, but this week, we had a health scare for my parents' little doggy, Buster.
Oh, no.
I know. He had the throwing up and the diarrhea.
Oh,
And
at
then
the
he
same
was,
time.
and the days apart. And then he was weak puppy. We're like, uh-oh, this is it. Took him calcium deficiency.
Classic.
I know, but he's getting old too. But I went yesterday and gave him some scratches because he's back.
That'll build up that calcium.
He's back. They just said give him lots of scratches.
He's bark, baby.
He's bark, baby. But it was good to see him, and I'm grateful and blessed.
You know what? Prayers up to G for Buster, man.
Wow, thanks, man. To the dog god.
Dog God. Calcium deficiency.
Pray for calcium.
I'm Gene Bead. Come on, man.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not Gene Bead. I'm M and P'd.
Oh, okay.
And I was reminded of an old M and P, but I would like to tell this story. So
Okay.
my wife was on the news last night because of
She
some
was?
like,
She not getting her mail?
but it was positive news. She's like, I just want my mail. No, she's doing this like 12-week course thing. It's like exercise. I don't know. It's with women. It's like a very positive supporting thing, whatever. And so Fox,
Travis Garza.
Curves.
no, Fox 25 did a piece on it, like a positive piece. And so she was on it and it was really good. And I was like, wow, I can't believe that was good because I don't trust being interviewed for the news anymore because this happened to me in 8th grade. No, freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys remember the teacher who had an affair with a student and then he committed suicide?
Oh,
no.
gosh. I mean, I mean,
Well, this happened at high school. So, had an affair with a student, committed suicide. News was doing a story on it. Well, I was a skater punk back then, and school was out. And so, me and my friend Eston were walking across the road, and the news weren't allowed to be on school property. So Eston is his name. Yes, that's not part of this story. Sorry, shouldn't have said his name. My buddy. And so the news was like, hey guys, do you guys go to school here? And we're like, yeah. And they're like, do you want to be on the news? And we're like, oh, yeah. We're 14, 15-year-old guys, whatever.
it's not good.
This is terrible. This is what I got M and P'd. I remembered this. And I was so excited, and they were interviewing us. They had all these questions about it and stuff. And I wasn't being raunchy or like bad about it or negative about it, but they totally manipulated the interview and edited my answers, me specifically, my answers to different questions. And I went home and I was so excited to watch the news, and I watched it and I was so sad. And my dad had like a serious real life, like, son, this is a good lesson of like what real life can be like. Like, it can be really unfair. It'll throw you under the bus. It'll like, people aren't to be trusted sometimes.
Wow.
And it really was a big growing up moment for me. And people were so mad at me at school.
Oh,
Like
really?
older students who like had that teacher and liked him and like were sad because they knew the student that he had an affair with and everything.
Wow.
They were like, you didn't even know. It was
And
terrible.
you're just
man.
like,
I was like, guys, I shouldn't have said anything. And now I just won't
And,
ever
like,
be
you
on the
know,
list.
that is just another example of the enemy of the people, the fake news media. That's why they're called fake news, baby.
agreed. I'm grateful and blessed that you guys have given to Ava's GoFundMe, and we are reaching the goal, which is huge. That's a huge thing. You guys have stepped up. I think Down to Dunk has contributed like over $3,500.
That is, it was a
And-
lot, man.
Yeah, and this is in less than a week. So like we're close to the $5,000 goal. We have $4,360 right now. So if we can push and reach that goal, I know we can. Like I know that you guys, not everybody has given. Those of you that have, I'm incredibly grateful that you guys would do that. We're a family that needs hope and encouragement right now, and I know that they see everything you guys are doing, and that is just an incredible thing that you guys have done. So keep giving. Let's get to that $5,000 goal. You guys are the best.
That is, I got on to put some in, and then, you know, it shows names. I was
Mhm.
like, wait, I recognize all these names. And then I
Yeah.
started going through the list, and then I realized, oh, whoa, this is a lot of Down to Dunk people
Yeah.
that are doing this.
Tons of
It was
Down to
awesome.
Dunkers. Yeah. Great job, everybody.
Thanks, Dunkers.
Thanks, guys. But for real, enjoy Thunder stuff this weekend and give to Ava. You can go find it, GoFundMe, and then just search for Ava's Faith Through Aplastic Anemia. If you really just search Ava's Faith Through and you don't know how to spell the rest of it, you'll find it. Also find it on our Twitter page. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys again Monday.